feels cold and long, when the world says you will never make it, and every door around you seems closed, when the nights are filled with silent tears, and your prayers feel lost in the sky. Remember the one who made the heavens, still hears every single cry. You may stand with nothing in your pockets, you may feel like hope is far away, but the God who formed the stars in darkness still writes miracles every day. Yeah. When the world sees nothing in your life, God sees a story yet to rise. When people walk away from you, He stands there by your side. When you have nothing, God begins everything. When you are weak, His power starts to sing. When every door in life seems closed, His mighty hand will open roads. When you feel broken deep inside, His love becomes your strength and guide. When you have nothing left to bring, that's when your God begins everything. There was a man with only 5 small loaves and 2 little fish in his hands. But when he gave what he had to heaven, God turned it into a miracle for thousands. There was a boy who faced a giant with nothing but a stone and faith. The world saw weakness in his battle, but heaven saw a king in place. You may look at your situation and see mountains you cannot climb, but God is working in the silence, preparing blessings in His time. Even when the road feels endless, even when your strength is gone, God is writing a brand new chapter, and your story is not done. When the world sees nothing in your life, God sees a story yet to rise. When people walk away from you, He stands there by your side. When you have nothing, God begins everything. When you are weak, His power starts to sing. When every door in life seems closed, His mighty hand will open roads. When you feel broken deep inside, His love becomes your strength and guide. When you have nothing left to bring, that's when your God begins everything. Maybe today you're standing lonely, maybe the world forgot your name. Maybe your dreams feel far from reaching, and your life feels wrapped in pain. But listen closely in the silence, there's a whisper in the wind. God is saying to your spirit, your new season will begin. The tears you cried in secret places were never wasted in a sight. Every prayer you prayed in darkness is becoming morning light. The God who raised the dead to life, the God who calmed the raging sea, is the same God walking with you and writing your destiny. When the world says you have nothing, remember heaven hears your cry, because the God of endless power is standing by your side. When you have nothing, do not fear. Your miracle is awakening, because the moment you feel empty is when your God